We've got a mayor in a small town in Washington State, Airway Heights. His name is Patrick Rushing. And he has said some questionable things about the president and the first lady. The reason I care about the story is there's a lot of jackasses in the world, and some of them happen to be Republican politicians like this guy. Some are Democratic politicians as well. But his explanation is what drives me crazy. So what did he say? He said, Gorilla Face Michelle can't disagree with that, referring to something they were discussing. That seems pretty offensive. He's going to follow that up with, the woman is not attractive except to Monkey Man Barack. Check out them ears. LOL. Okay. Yeah, I know, it's such a LOL after you make wildly racist statements. Now, if you're a young person and you grew up in an area that wasn't at all racist, you might be surprised by all this. Maybe you never heard black people being compared to monkeys. But it's something that's happened in this country for hundreds of years. It is a very common racial insult. This grown-ass man who's the mayor of that town doesn't know that? Does anybody believe that? Okay, well, let's dive into the story a little more and see what we get out of it. What's his excuse? He says, oh, this was just playful back and forth banter that my friends and I do. I know. So funny. Black people are like monkeys and gorillas. Playful banter. Yeah. Well, it might say something about you if you think that's funny. And you're not a comedian. This isn't, a stand-up routine. This isn't a movie. You're a mayor. And you're like, ha, 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 black people, gorillas, ha. Okay, now, but here's the part that gets me. He says, now that he's in a lot of trouble, people are saying that he should be removed from office. He says, I made a mistake. I owned up to my mistake. If I do resign, that's admitting I'm a racist, and I'm not. See, there's a lot of people in this country that think that the only way to be racist is if you go up to a black person and punch them in the face, and then you say, I just punch you in the face because you're black. Okay, that's the only way to be racist. Everything else is not racist. You can call them gorillas, you can call them monkeys, you can, any insult you want. I don't know, I'm not racist. What do you mean? I just think black people are like monkeys and not like human beings. What's the racist part? I don't get it, right? I believe he genuinely thinks that. That's the amazing part. Okay, let's see if that's true. I mean, maybe he just said it this one time and we're being unfair because of the one joke. Well, so the Spokesman Review in Washington did a little investigation to his other posts, and they found that what it said was there were at least 75 posts and reposts, including an image that suggests both the president and his wife should hang for treason. Now, hanging black people in this country, no, probably nothing there either. All those posts over and over again, they're treasonous, they should hang. They're monkeys. Am I seeing a pattern here? And if you're not clear that how much hate this guy has, it's not just directed at black people. A number of Rushing's online posts also attacked Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton, gays, and immigrants. But I'm sure he's not against gays either. He's not against immigrants either. He's not racist. He's not bigoted. He just hates all those people and thinks they should be hung. But what do you mean? I'm not a racist. Look, this is something we talk about on the Young Turks all the time. It is a fascinating matter of perspective. So this guy doesn't even get how incredibly racist that sounds to black people. Like, what? I didn't know that. Well, then what we're asking you to do, at a bare minimum, I don't know that this guy is salvageable. Right? I mean, like I say, he's a grown man. He's been around a long time. His ideas are probably fairly entrenched, right? But for anyone who does not have entrenched ideas, we're asking you to consider the other perspective. How would you like it if somebody says you should hang from a tree, or that you're below a human being and that you should be treated as such? Can I ask you to consider that and go, oh, right, I might not like that. Is that too much to ask? In this case, for this guy, the jury's in. I got to get him out of office. There's black people in that town. They're like, well, I don't know if he's going to treat me right. I don't know if he's going to treat me the same as white people now. They got excellent reason to doubt that. And we can't have that. We can't have people being treated differently by a political representative of them. You think he's really representing the minorities in his town as their representative? I certainly don't think so.